everyone, my name is Michelle White, and today in this tutorial we're going to talk about integrations through the Datalist. So I do have an example here, so I'll kind of show you guys my Excel file. Now there are a couple ways we can do an integration through the Datalist. The most popular one would be an Excel file, which is why I'm sort of customizing this tutorial for that. But we'll kind of show you some of those other options, of course. So here it is. I have a directory. I've created this Excel file. I have name, department, email, and phone number. Now, when you are creating an integration through the Datalist, sort of that first step, you guys, is that we need to create a data list that has these exact columns. So I need to create a data list a column called name, a column called department, email, and phone number. Now, where the biggest thing where people sort of miss sort of some direction there, or where things get broken, is that the title, I'll call these sort of title, or maybe we call them headers. These titles need to be identical. You can't have special characters either, so like hashtag or percentage. This email with the hyphen, that's kind of an issue. So already I kind of know that will break the integration. If you create the column with a capital N, but in the Excel file it's a lowercase n, that will break the integration as well. So it is really, really important that you're sort of making sure that each variable is truly being mirrored. It's truly being matched. So that's going to be our first step. That's exactly where we're going to start. Is we're going to create the data list, and then I'll kind of just walk over those other steps or whatnot. So we're going to hit create data list. I'm going to call this just upload directory. And then what are those column names? So we had name. And as we know in the first tutorial, it doesn't really matter too much what the width is. But again, I'm just doing 20 as a default. It is always going to be text too. So keep that in mind that if in my Excel file right here, let's just say I had another column, maybe it said salary, and it had sort of the number, a price number based on salary, I actually don't need to make sure that column's money. You can just always put it as text. In the integration process, it doesn't really read that it's money. It actually really doesn't care. When it sort of brings the Excel file into it, it just converts it to text anyways. So know that anytime you're uploading an Excel file, every column is going to be this text field. So I've got name, 20% text at column. I'm just going back to make sure I don't fat finger anything, make sure there's no S under departments, special characters or anything like that. So I'm just going to finish this off, department with 0. I'll do text, add, and then I believe I had email and then phone numbers. So email and then 0. All right, you guys, so I'm just gonna, again, one more time, just to double check that I'm not misspelling, that my capital letters are the same. So I'm just kind of doing a little mental check right here, and everything does look good. So I'm gonna hit create list. All right, so as you guys can see, the data list is created. So I'm just gonna double click in here. So our next steps here, you guys, is to sort of distinguish what column is going to be what they call an identity. What that means, you guys, is that we need a column that is always going to have unique information. I'm never going to have a column that's doubled up. So if we're kind of looking at this Excel file here, technically, right, I probably could have two people with the same name, same first name and last name. Obviously the chances of that is very low, but I could. Department, as you can see, we have two people in the same department. Email would probably be a great one because, everyone has to have a unique email. So that's probably where I would tackle. And then phone number might be a good one, but, if they're marketing, are they sharing like the same line? So I'm going to sort of tackle email. Every single person has to have a unique email. Nobody can have the same one. So that is my column. That is my unique identifier. Oh my gosh, can't speak. So the next step here is once you create the column, you need to go into this blue button that says add a column, and you need to select the column that we're tackling, which I said was email, and you need to turn this on. And now I'm going to hit update. All right, so nothing's really changed. You can't really tell. But when we go into the integration process, you'll kind of see where we can physically see that we've established that. So here we go. I'm in upload directory. Now that first step was to create the data list. We just did that together. I just told the system which column is going to be unique every time. So that's kind of checked off our list. So the next part is to set up the integration. So as I hover over here, you can see there's a setting that has a settings icon and it says manage integration. So I'm going to select that and then I'm going to hit create integration. Now I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to call it an Excel, nothing too crazy. But you could call this whatever you want. And then you guys can see that we do have some different data type information. Now, Excel file is really the most popular one we use with our clients, and that's why I'm sort of customizing this tutorial for it. However, you can see there are some other options that we can do. And if you guys do want to learn some more information on it, definitely reach out to us. But I'm going to sort of stick to the Excel file since it's sort of the most used. And then, of course, we are going to upload it. So I have this Excel file on my desktop, and I'm always going to manage my Excel file there, and then I'll just upload it to the system. That's sort of my workflow. And then once again, you guys, we're just going to make sure that we've sort of entered. We haven't really fat-fingered any of the field names. Everything's spelt right. And then the true, this is important because by this one selecting true, again, it's sort of just a good clarification to yourself saying, yep, okay, I told the system that this column is always going to have sort of a unique information. There's never going to be two emails that are named the same. So that's good to know. And then we'll just hit create. All right, so the last part now, you guys, is just to upload the file. So I'm just going to just save this real quick, make sure I've kind of saved it to my desktop. And now I'm going to choose the file. All right, here it is, directory, and I will hit submit. Now it is saying upgraded. Now you can go to the job history just to see when it gets completed. You can click on the tab here to sort of kind of have it continuing to refresh. Now we only had, I think, about 5 names in there, so it's going to load really, really quick. However, some of our clients have like thousands of different rows or different information, so it might take, 30 seconds or 40 seconds to kind of load up. So just going to keep that in mind depending on how much information you have. The more information you have, the longer it might take. The shorter information, the shorter it will take. So the next step here is just hit save and close. And then what we can do, you guys, is just double click into the directory. And then here it is. Here is the information from my Excel file. So again, I can go in here, I can change it whatever I want. I can add, more people, I can delete people. And then just to update that information, I would just go back into that manage integration, and then I would just click the same file. And it would just sort of repopulate or re-update. So that's sort of the overview of an integration from an Excel file being uploaded into the data list. So if you guys have any additional questions, definitely give us a call. Otherwise, I just hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.